Doc Johnson here, the producer of The Reliant. I'm on location in Dresden, Ohio, where we filmed a scene in the movie. In this scene, the 5 siblings and Adam are going from one location to the other because intruders, marauders, were encroaching upon them, and they were concerned about their safety. And this is also a major transition time for Sophie, our chief protagonist as well, played by Molly Gray, because Adam, her fiance in the movie, has offended them and their family horribly and done a horrible wrong against them, and she is struggling with forgiving him. Even though he tries desperately to make amends, she can't bring herself to trust him again. Let me let you watch some non-spoiler clips of Sophie and Adam.
Oh, that one.
Did you find your dress yet?
No way, mister. The first time you're gonna see me in my wedding dress is when I'm walking down the aisle.
Ah.
I have dreamed about this day for so long.
Sophie. Just give me another chance. Please.
One aspect of the relationship that you don't discover till the very end of the movie is that Adam and Sophie are waiting till marriage to kiss. Now, some would say that's extreme, but my wife and I, early on in our 3-year courtship before marriage, we decided to wait until marriage to kiss. I remember as we were seeking God together and praying about our life together and our family, I remember being impressed with the Lord just to apologize to her that I had not waited for her. And she did something that really freaked me out at the moment, is she began to wash my feet, pray God's blessing and favor upon me. And it wasn't long before tears began to flood down my face, and I realized something then that I should have realized before, but I realized that God wanted us to wait till marriage because He loves us, because it's really what's best for us. Kind of like these train tracks. He didn't make these rules to minimize our pleasure, but to maximize it. And the train, if it thinks it's going to be smarter than the conductor and the designer and jump the tracks, what's going to happen? Disaster. God's ways really are what's best for us, and God's rules are to wait until marriage. It says in 1 Corinthians chapter 6 that we are bought with a price, and that price is the blood of Jesus Christ shed on the cross for us. And that our body is made for the Lord and for His good pleasure. And that all the sins we could commit in this life, only one of them is a sin against our own body, and sexual sin. It's a sin against our own body. Why? Because God's ways are what's best for our bodies. It's what's best for our appetites. If we would honor Him, then things would really go well with us. It's kind of like the temptation to peek underneath the wrapper and see what your parents have got you for Christmas. It's so tempting, and then when you do it, you realize you've spoiled Christmas morning. And what the parents wanted is not to deprive you of your present, but for you to enjoy it at the right time. My precious wife was so worth me waiting for. And here we are in November celebrating 20 years together. And if you will be patient and be abstinent before marriage, be faithful within marriage, you will discover that God's rules are really for our good. And like the tracks of this train right here, if we will live within the design that God has given us, stay on the tracks, we'll reach our destination and we'll be blessed. But if we jump the tracks because we want to be free of the confines of God's law, or for whatever reason, we're going to suffer. Others are going to suffer. And so as it says in 1 John 1:8, if you are in sin, the good news is you're bought with a price, and that price was painful. And that price Jesus paid when He died on the cross for our sin. And if you confess your sin, He that sits on the throne today is faithful and just and will forgive you of your sin and cleanse you from all unrighteousness. In Proverbs 28:13 it says, he that covers and hides his sin will not prosper, but whoever confesses and forsakes Him will have mercy. I've been in bondage to sin, and I've tried to hide my sin because I was scared of what people were going to think. But if you hide your sin, you won't prosper. You won't be blessed. But if you confess and forsake your sin, the blood of Jesus Christ, His Son, will cleanse you of all sin and you'll be forgiven. If you think somebody would be ministered to by this video, I'd encourage you to share it. Check us out on our Facebook page. Click like and be one of our friends. And keep us in your prayers. Thank you. siblings